Jared Cannonier is fighting Michael Venom Page in August. Now, who's going to win this fight? Well, if what's about who's going to win this fight, let's take a look at their latest performances, in which Jared Cannonier fought Kaya Bahayo, in which both started off great until Kaya Bahayo rocked Jared Cannonier in round 3. Kaya Bahayo then dropped Jared Cannonier in round 5.
About 10 minutes.
And Kaya Bahayo won by decision.
Kaya, the natural!
And after this, Jared Cannonier went on to fight Gregory Rodriguez, in which Gregory dropped Jared Cannonier twice in round 1, but then Jared Cannonier brought it back, dropped Gregory in round 3. Jared Cannonier then put more punishment on Gregory Rodriguez, and the rest enough to stop the fight in round 4.
Top here. Be careful.
Oh, body shot.
Beautiful.
Nice
Gonna be it.
Now let's take a look at Michael Venom Page's latest performances, in which he fought Ian Gary, in which was a very boring and trash fight. There was no action at all. Ian Gary was just hugging Michael Venom Page, but Ian Gary won by decision.
Ian Machado Gary.
And after this, Michael Venom Page went on to fight Sharon Magomedov, in which was a very boring fight. Both landed some shots here and there, but Michael Venom Page won by decision.
Michael Venom Page.
Now, this fight is pretty interesting because Michael Venom Page is getting the opportunity to fight Jared Cannonier, who's in the top 10 in the middleweight division and who's been fighting the top guys. And I'm going to be honest, I don't like the fact that Michael Venom Page is getting the chance to fight a fighter who's ranked number 7 because he doesn't deserve it. Yes, his UFC debut against Kevin Holland was pretty exciting, but his fight against Ian Gary and Sharon Magomedov was just him surviving and not going for the finish. He just seems to want to win in a very boring way and not entertain the fans, and that's not somebody we want in the top 10. But now let's take a closer look at this fight. Well, I believe it's a 50-50 fight because both men are out of their prime and both men are old, as Michael Venom Page is 38 years old and Jared Cannonier is 41 years old. And what makes it even harder to determine who's going to win this fight is the fact that both have been staying active. So I believe it's all going to come down to who wants it more, and I got to go for Jared Cannonier because although he probably has the weakest chin in the middleweight division, and although he got dropped twice in his last fight, and before that he had lost to Kyle Bahayo and Nasruddin Imavov, he has still shown to have the heart to fight back and put up a good fight. So I believe we will see Jared Cannonier be the hungrier fighter, and I don't think that Michael Venom Page's style and game plan is going to work. So in the end, I got Jared Cannonier winning this fight. I believe he's going to be able to outwork and outland Michael Venom Page. The last thing we want to see is Michael Venom Page making it a boring fight and he ends up taking the win in a very boring decision. But at the same time, this fight still sucks because both men are old and have no future in the UFC, as both will get destroyed by the top fighters in the middleweight division.